What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? How's it going, everybody? So I wanted to make a video about the Charlie Kirk shooting thingy because when it came out the other day, I didn't have a whole lot of information, and I knew that there would be more developments as time went on. So now we've got a lot more things to call bullshit on. So let's get into it. First of all, they're trying to tell us that there was a... Okay. So the story so far is, right, there's a guy on the roof 200 meters away, or sorry, not 200 meters, 200 yards, which is pretty close to 200 meters. And this guy fired a single shot from a 30-06, and this is the official, like the FBI is telling us this, right? Like the people investigating this, people whose fucking job it is to tell, figure it out, right? Are telling us he got shot in the neck from 200 meters away with a 30-06, which that's not that crazy of a shot to make with a hunting. It's a hunting rifle basically, right? So it was a hunting rifle that was used, and they're not telling us anything about what kind of ammo. I guess they just think people don't care. But when I made my last video, I said pretty quickly it just seems like bullshit to me, just like the Trump attempted assassination thing seemed like bullshit. So the thing about it is 30-06 is pretty hot round. You have things like 5.56. You got a tiny bullet, it's going pretty fast, right? And you have other things like 9mm. You got a decently heavy bullet, about 147 grains or so. Depending on the load, 114 grains, I think, sometimes. But it's going pretty slow. But 30-06 is like a heavy bullet, heavier than a 9mm, going about as fast as a 5.56. You got a lot of energy. So here in a minute, I'm going to show you guys what 30-06 does to tissue. And I'm not the only one making this video, but here's what's unique about my video, right? Everybody seems to agree that this guy was still killed. Most people, I would say there are very few people out there saying that he isn't dead, or that the whole thing was fake. Nobody, actually. Surprisingly, there are a lot of people that are actually saying that. But I watched a video a second ago as Mr. Guns and Gear, who's an American gun tuber guy, just calling, not calling bullshit on the whole thing, but just saying, oh, it's, what does he say? It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance. He's like, I gotta say, it's definitely hard to believe. But again, it's just like the Epstein thing, where it's like, oh, well, we're not sure. Maybe he got killed by, and somebody came in there, whatever. But he's dead. And it's like, I've been saying this whole time he's not dead. And, the Epstein guy is probably another actor. I actually don't know about that. I think these people, they get promised something very big for their involvement in these lies, and I think that's what this "see you in Valhalla" thing is really about. And later on, inshallah, I might make a video on this whole Epstein Island thing. In fact, I have a lot to say about the Epstein thing. But anyway, there's a couple of aspects I wanted to cover. Number one, the political thingy, right? It's like, okay, I have people who are like, they're like, well, yeah, I agree. It's hard to believe that he was shot with a 30-06, but clearly it was political. Okay, and then you have people like my dad who just he just believes the whole thing. He just believes they're not lying. I mean, why would they lie? Like, why would they lie? So, real quick, I'm just gonna cut in the footage that shows you what 30-06 does to tissue. And I want you to imagine your neck, not somebody else's neck, not a theoretical neck. I want you to imagine your neck, the one that you have on your body, receiving that amount of energy. Think about it. It's about that thick. Okay? Watch what it does. Watch the wound cavity and everything. Okay? Just watch this real quick. Okay, so here's you can just go on YouTube and just kind of look for 30-06 versus ballistic dummies, ballistic gel, whatever. There's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a lot of the ones where they're shooting at meat, like actual meat. It's like they're comparing it to other calibers. But I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you this one here. Now, note that there's a lot of smoke coming out of there too, right? But look at that. You're talking like, it penetrated that whole block. Okay, here, watch. Let's watch another one. Now that's hunting ammo. That's hunting ammo, right? So, hunting ammo is made to expand and dump its energy, right? Yeah, hunting ammo. That one's all wet. But, a human neck is full of blood. This is just something to think about, you guys. Yeah. That's just insane. Here you have the video I just watched. I didn't even finish it yet, but it's like, he said it's a 1 in 1,000 fucking chance. Of course, when you even just search 30-06 versus ballistic anything, you get all this Charlie Kirk stuff. But yeah, the FBI is fucking lying. But basically the narrative is mostly around the idea that, they're lying about what kind of thing he was used, but he's still dead. Just like the Epstein thing. It's just like the Epstein thing. Yeah, here, watch this. Just like Epstein, though, it's like, well, so they might be lying about who killed him and how he died, but he's dead. I'm saying he's not dead. This whole thing is fucking fake, skull. Okay? But so watch we have this a realistic this is another one I watched. Here. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Ready? This is what 30-06 does to tissue. You see that? Okay, now imagine this is getting hit in the actual fake skull. Look at that. Are you fucking joking? Imagine that's the neck.
Alright, so now we're going to throw it in about a 10% slow-mo for you. This is going to look
good chance your fucking cool. Head is going to come all the way off.
What happened was when the 30-06 projectile hit the head.
Okay, so you can see that's a lot of energy. We're talking like, it's an explosion. Literally, it is an explosion, okay? Now, again, they're not telling us anything about what kind of ammo he was supposed to be using or whatever. So you would think, hunting ammo would be in your hunting rifle. I've seen the most insane fucking copes about this. I've literally seen people claiming he was using subsonic hand loads in a 30-06. Now, a lot of people might not understand why that's so insane, because if you don't hand load, like I hand load, I load my own ammo and stuff. you might not understand how fucking insane of a claim that is. Let's just break that one down real quick. Okay, first of all, the reason that they are saying that, by the way, is because it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable that a 30-06 is going to just smack you in the neck, and then you're just going to bleed a little bit of blood's going to gush out, and you're just going to kind of fall over, and that's it. And there's no exit wound. That's the main thing I've been saying this whole time when I'm talking to people is, yeah, why is there a complete lack of exit wound? Other people are saying that's the exit wound. Well, if that's the exit wound, it would be... then where's the entrance wound? And then that would still mean they're lying to you, right? That would still mean they're fucking lying because okay, so like that's the main narrative. Like if you get on fucking 4chan or anything like that, you'll see most of the people trying to say, oh, there's a little camera with a gun in it and he got shot from the back. Okay, so what, he got shot with the 22 or something? I don't buy that. Again, I'm just going to make it clear. I do not believe that this character who is playing Charlie Kirk, whoever the fuck this, I mean, maybe he's a real guy, I don't know, but that guy's not dead, okay? He's not. He's alive. The whole thing's fake. It's just like the fucking Donald Trump thing. They just have it set up where it looks that way. And that's why they're fucking giving hand signals and stuff, is they're letting their fucking people know, like, here, now it's about to go off. Like, go ahead and push the button that detonates the little thing. Okay? So, how insane is it? Yeah, maybe I'll just go through the most compelling conspiracy theories. Okay? One is the subsonic hand load theory, which is the most batshit crazy one of them all, to be honest, because, subsonic 30 caliber is subsonic 30 caliber, all right? So let's just say, you know, you wanted to, but there's no way. I mean, so okay, subsonic 30 caliber is 300 blackout, right? 300 blackout, hitting a target like that at 200 yards with the subsonic 300 blackout. Now you're talking about it does become difficult. Okay, now people do it. I've done it. 300 blackout subsonic is, you're talking about the energy of a pistol cartridge, more or less, right? Like, depending on what grain of bullet you're using, you know, because you can fire a subsonic 147 grain ball ammo. That's basically the same as 9mm. It's just more accurate because the bullet's more aerodynamic. It's more torpedo shaped. Most 300 blackout, you're talking about like 200 grains, 220 grains. So then you're closer to 40 caliber or 45, but just more accurate. But yeah, it's actually more difficult than you would think to make an accurate, like that accurate of a shot at 200 yards. So that's with 300 blackout. Now 300 blackout has a tiny little case. I have one around here somewhere, but it has a small case so that amount of powder fits in there just perfectly. The whole thing about, like, okay, he says in his video, this Mr. Guns and Gears thing, like, you know, basically 308 and 308 and 30-06 are very similar because it's an older cartridge and they're using less efficient powder. It's more bulky, big powder, and that basically 308 is pretty much not that different, but the difference is the case is smaller. So it's already really hard, by the way, very difficult to come up with. This is why people made 300 blackout, by the way. It's already very difficult to make a subsonic 308, and that has a smaller case. The reason is because your case capacity is just too big. It's too big. There's too much room inside of the brass. So people have come up with all kinds of crazy ways of, just fucking, like, go ahead and Google subsonic 30-06 and see if you find anything. Because I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything's possible if you're determined enough. But out of all the theories about like the reason they have this theory is because it's just unbelievable. Nobody believes it. Even the fucking SRA people, the leftist people are like, wait a minute, how? Okay? Because it doesn't that's not what it looks like. It's too low energy to just cause a perfect little hole and just gush. Okay? That's just not how fucking ballistics work, okay? So again, making a 308 subsonic is hard enough because you have too much case capacity. You literally have to put like cornmeal or some shit in there to fill up the case, or you have to use some kind of special powder like Trail Boss, which, and again, if you're going to that trouble to use a subsonic, you would think you're using a suppressor if you're trying to assassinate somebody. But no suppressor. You hear the gunshot. Well, you know, you hear some kind of pop. So again, subsonic 308 is hard enough. Subsonic 30-6, you're talking about an even bigger case. It's just, you would not be getting good accuracy, is my point. You would not be getting good accuracy out of that at all. And the barrel twist rate's not good enough to use like a 220 grain bullet. You'd be using like a 180 grain bullet, 167 grain bullet. So that's a bullshit theory. I'm giving it an F for fake and gay. No fucking way. The other theory is, and this is one that I saw right away, is that he got hit in the plate. And people were like, oh, this is why steel plates are bad. Because look, he got hit in the plate, it deflected off, and then it fucking hit him. Well, again, why is this theory so prominent? Because it's impossible to believe no rational person who's ever fired a fucking gun before, who's ever fired a 30-6 before, is going to believe that what we saw on that footage, which, yes, I did watch it. I watched it, by the way, assuming it was fake. I don't want to watch people get fucking hurt. Like, I think it's gross. I don't think it's good for you to watch that type of shit. Which, again, I've said, it's very bizarre that they're putting this footage out there for everyone to see, making you believe that you're watching someone get killed. I think the inside joke is you're not actually watching someone get killed. But, yeah, there's no fucking way. That is not what happens. So, the other theory is that, okay, and people make videos about this. He's wearing a plate. It hits the plate. It deflects off. And this is another one, like, right away, I'm giving it an F for fake and gay, because they abandoned this narrative pretty quick, by the way, because you can see from just moments before that, from just when he's walking around, he's not wearing a fucking plate. You can see his fucking nipples through his shirt. He's not wearing a plate. And then even the people that are trying to say he is wearing a plate are saying he's wearing like this tiny little 6x8 inch plate, like this big, okay? Not even over his heart, over his sternum. And you still couldn't... By the way, I'm familiar with armor plates. I have a 6x8 armor plate. There's no fucking way you're wearing that, and you're not going to be able to see the rig you're wearing it with. Like, I have a plate carrier that you can wear concealed. You can fucking still tell if you're wearing just a plain t-shirt that's that tight on your chest. It's a lot easier if you're wearing a big baggy shirt like this, okay? Or a really baggy, really big, oversized, very heavy t-shirt. You can kind of get away with it, but it's like you can still tell, dude. A plate, even if you have a multi-curve plate, right, where it's like it curves down like this, you don't have fucking nipples. That was the joke. They were like, oh yeah, he must have got those custom plates where they have your nipples on them. Okay, so let's just say he was wearing a plate. The chances that it hit the plate on perfectly the way it looks like, where it looks like the impact is supposed to go, and then it just perfectly deflected up and hit him in the neck just right, it would be astronomically low. It's just insane. The reason, again, why do we even have these theories is because it is unbelievable. Because the only way that you're going to get that amount of like the way that wound it looks would be if that bullet lost 80 to 90% of its energy. Okay? Like, if you shot somebody in the neck with a 9 mil, maybe you would see that kind of. Maybe you would see that. Like, maybe that's what it would look like, okay? Maybe. But again, I really think that this whole thing is just like this whole endless speculation shit. By the way, the FBI could put these theories to rest very quickly if they wanted to, which they don't. But again, there's a million videos out there about saying why this doesn't make sense. Are they lying to us about this or that? Okay, well, what's the most obvious fucking conclusion, you fucking dummy? He wasn't killed. It's fake. It's theatrics. Fucking I'll see you in Valhalla. It's all code. People are joking about that Valhalla shit so much, because it's an Indian guy saying it. But they don't understand. They're not in on the joke. They don't get what that means. These people, they're playing a game with you. They're playing a game. It's that simple. So if you want to go on believing this is politically motivated fucking violence, they still can't fucking... The amount of cognitive dissonance over this one thing is more than I've ever seen for pretty much anything else. Because right away, right, it's like, oh, we caught like 3 different guys. None of them are the shooter. Okay, we caught the shooter. Okay, well, we got him coming off of the roof. Okay, well, that looks like AI. Okay, well, this looks like AI. Well, we don't know. Okay, well, we found his rifle in the woods. We don't have a picture of it. Oh, we found this stuff inscribed on the brass. Oh, well, we're not going to show you a picture of that. Notice this bulge. Ooh, oh, yeah, there's a whole, like, it's all code. It's all fucking code. It's all a joke that you're not in on. So keep that in mind. Why is it like they could put this to rest so easily? Oh, the shooter's married to, he's dating a tranny. Oh, well, he's dating a tranny because he's a groiper. He's far right. He's far left. Oh, what is it? I don't know. Ah! That's I think is kind of the game here, is to get you real confused, really fucking. Just like, what's going on, man? Or, but I've said this too. When they actually do disclose the truth, they just have to blend it with so much bullshit that you don't even know. So again, I'm giving the whole thing an F for fake and gay. The whole thing's fake. And if you haven't woken up to the fact that these people are fucking liars yet, like, you're fucked. Like, I'm sorry, but like, do you feel surprised that these... I mean, is it surprising to you that these people think that they have a right to rule over you? If you believe this shit, you're dumb. I'm sorry, but like, you're actually retarded if you believe this. And I don't. This is another like, I don't want you on my channel if you really believe this is fucking politically motivated violence, or if you think this fucking guy is even dead. I mean, that's maybe a question. Maybe there's a question. Is he dead? Did he get shot with the 22? From behind the thing, and did they use I don't know, like, there's all these questions, but it's like, it's so simple. Like I said, if it looks fake and gay, it usually is. Okay. So that's the follow-up video. Hope everybody's doing well. Salam.